Hey, welcome back, guys. So today we're chopping down all the trees in the forest because we're gonna need all the wood for the trapdoors on the Tesseract. We're continuing that today. We should get pretty much the entire mob farm portion of it completed, and then we'll build the gold farm around it, all the nether portals. And then step 3 will be to get the farm up and running. Harness the power of the 4th dimension. But yeah, we're chopping down all the trees outside of our base, the little forest that's just between the base and the mine. And I was also thinking maybe we could pretty this up a little bit. And I've got so many saplings, so many trees now that I've been going, past the fence here, and then the trees went all the way out to here. So I've been going like way around, kind of out of my way, rather than a straight shot to the mine shaft. Anytime I want to come down here, and I've been coming down here a lot lately to AFK at the geode. So I was thinking that we could even put a little path in right here, and then just put the trees on either side of the path. I think that would look nice, and it would stop me from going all the way around the forest. All right, friends, we have finished chopping down all the trees. Look at that. Not a tree left in sight. No branch left unchopped. So at this point, we're gonna start terraforming the land up here just a tiny bit. Make this slope a little smoother. And now that we've roughly got the shape that we want, we'll start laying down some path blocks. Not the whole thing, but a good chunk of it. And this is going to be what the path looks like. It's going to go kind of straight across over there with a little bit of a curve. And we're going to have trees on both sides. And I kind of made it, made the path break up a little bit as we get to the mine. But I'll plant the trees here and we'll have a nice canopy to walk through. So I've got an update for you guys. I started putting in the spawning platforms for the mob farm, and I put in all of the water. Now they turned into ice because all these spots are water sources and they're exposed to the air above. But these, once this box is closed in, these will stay water sources and it'll be fine. But the problem I'm running into, but look at this space right here, how it's not flowing. So in this spot, mobs would get stuck. And I know they'll move around a little bit, but if they decide to move backwards, they'll always get stuck right here. I thought I might run into something like this, so I did add I think like 5 blocks of air/water near the bottom. Yeah, see, that's where the bottom platform starts. So we're gonna add all this, and then we'll get the water flowing properly. Alright, so I've got the extra layer of glass put up, and then we're just going to have one little drop down for the corner, and then the rest of them are going to be water sources on the layer below. So let's break all these. Perfect. So we don't have a break in the stream anymore. It's continually flowing. It's going all the way to the corner. and I just want to do that with this top layer as well. Perfect. This is exactly what I want. So all of the water is going right to the edge of the glass and then stopping. So we did have to raise this up a little bit just so we had this water source up just a little higher. That way we could put these two water sources next to it a little closer without creating a whole layer of water. All that being said, our flow works the way we need it to now, so let's continue up on the platforms, which I already started without you a little bit, so I'm sorry. Oh shoot, oh geez, that's happened to me so many times. Thankfully, that gravel is just a little ways inwards, so I typically don't die. But yeah, let's come up here and just fill in all these platforms as the first layer here. And each platform is just going to be a little 3x3 like this. And then we're going to go and like that. So see how perfectly it fits? It's so close, right up to the edge of the glass. And then we're going to put trapdoors along the glass so that the mobs will all fall. So let me just fill in these layers. And then we'll start work on the trapdoors, and unfortunately we will have just a little glass left to collect, a little bit of sand left to collect before we're able to finish the roof, but it won't be that bad. One layer done, 3 more to go. All right, all platforms are in. We've got 4 layers of spawning pads that are 3 blocks by 3 blocks. We've got 4 by 4 spawning pads, a total of 9 times 16 spawning spaces on each layer, which is awesome. And then I went ahead and I covered up all of the spaces where the water is at the very top, just because I only really had that much glass. We've got 7 here, and I think another 2 glass in the chests down below in the storage unit. But this is really all the glass I have right now. So we need probably at least 8 stacks, give or take, and then a few extra to fill in the tube that goes all the way down. I think it'd be cool to see some of them drop down, and then it'll be time to put the obsidian around it. Hey guys, what's up? And then rude. Yeah, and then it'll be time to put the obsidian around it and actually have a Tesseract. Because right now it's just a mob cube. But then we'll put in the fourth dimension, create ourselves a Tesseract, and attach a gold farm to this thing too. All right, so I've come to a decision that rather than finishing up the walls here, because I really don't want to go on another sand expedition. There's no deserts near us. So we've got to journey pretty far to get sand. And I kind of don't want to journey too far because I know 1.18 is going to be coming out in the fall, in the holiday season. And I want to kind of preserve as many of those chunks as possible. So I'm trying not to explore too much, but we will need to get sand to finish this and close it up. But for right now, I kind of just want to put the obsidian on, which is going to be, let's see, one space away. So right there. And this is going to be one of the corners. One space away this way, one space away this way, one space in the Y direction. All right, so here is what the Obsidian Cube looks like. And we are going to have an ignition system to activate the portals that is triggered by lava up near the top in a little bucket, and we're just going to be abusing the fire tick. We're going to be updating the fire tick with observers and trapdoors. And we're going to be turning it on and off by using water buckets in dispensers at the bottom. So these will be flashing on and off and on and off and on and off. And the reason it's so big is each portal space has a certain percentage chance to spawn in a zombie pigman, and then they'll eventually walk off. They'll wander off of the obsidian blocks, and we'll be catching them in another funnel, kind of like the one we have here. And then as we do that, we'll just be gathering so much gold and so much XP that we'll never need anything else ever again. We're basically done with the Let's Play. I'm just kidding. But seriously, it's gonna be a very, very powerful build. It doesn't take too long. Just a little heavy on the resources as far as glass and obsidian goes. Stone, that's super cheap. But then we just need a little bit of redstone to activate everything, and we'll be golden, quite literally. Alright guys, so check it out. We have got water flowing to catch all of the zombie pigmen that come out, and it's all funneling down into this little 2x2 area where we are going to have the grinder at the bottom. Now since this is a Tesseract, right, and we've got mobs that are coming down right here, I had to play around with how the water was shaped right here. It's just one source block there, but we had to fill in a little more of the corner to make sure that the water was flowing all around it, because before I did this I had some bits that were coming straight into side of the block, like over here, and then it couldn't reach all the way on the other side over here either. So I had to put an extra source right here, just in the tube that they're going to be coming down. But you know, with all that done, we've got it all flowing. So any mobs that drop in here, zombie pigmen, they'll all come down here, and I'll just show you like their little path might take this way, and then they'll come over here. There's a little drop down, but then they rise right back up onto these stairs, and they're gonna just go straight down like that. Now that doesn't kill them. This is where the grinder comes into play. So we'll be hanging out somewhere around this area. We'll be grinding them up, and then and we'll have all their drops just funnel this way. We'll dig out this space over here, and we'll just have more gold than we can ever use. But first, I've got to remember how to build a grinder. It's been a minute for me. I know I've got to find a trident, and I need to make some pistons, and we will need to make our first journey into the nether for just a little bit of quartz for the observers. And this is going to be super convenient to be able to just come over here at any time and get XP that we need, get gold that we need. We'll have our carrot farm just out the top there, and it's all going to come together. Alrighty, I think this is just going to be a temporary placement for the portal, but this is going to be our first trip into the nether. We just need a little bit of quartz. Here we go. I hate it when it spawns you on the edge of something like this. Always bring a couple extra building blocks just to make it a little more stable. I do like this this biome though, because it spawns the magma cubes, and we'll be using those to create fire resistance potions later on. Oh, and we're right next to... Oh, I forgot the warp forest spawns a whole bunch of endermen too. This is cool. This is cool. This is a pretty good nether spawn in my opinion. We're going to take our fortune pick and get just a little bit of the quartz. So we just got 9. This is fortune, right? Yeah, fortune 3. We got 17 now. Was there any more? I thought I saw more up here. Maybe not. I think that'll be fine though. Just that little bit of quartz is all we need. So it is time to put in the trident killer. We're gonna put it in. I'm gonna try to put it in just a few blocks higher, so that we just kind of see their feet as the trident gets pushed around, and that way we'll have all the drops coming pretty much horizontally straight over to a couple of chests over here. So we might even raise this up a bit, which is okay. We don't need them to take like a ton of fall damage. It just makes their death a little quicker if they do. But it's definitely not required. We're just gonna grind them up with the trident killer, and that will do all the damage that we need continually. So let's actually raise this up just a little bit. Maybe take out this wall, and then we'll start building the trident killer. So check it out. I went out and gathered a whole bunch of sand. so that we'll have the glass needed for our tinted glass. But right now we're still trying to focus on this. So I want everything to funnel in hoppers along this y coordinate. So 2 blocks above the ground, so that when we go to sort it, it'll trickle down into the chests in the next few blocks below. Powered rails on each of these corner blocks. Observers watching the powered rails. And then a block going in and a piston on top, like that. Piston on top, piston on top, and piston on top. Perfect. Okay, so next step in getting this Tesseract to activate the portals is to have some lava right up against some trap doors and some observers underneath to constantly update the fire tick. And I'm just trying to see if there's a way that I can get up from the back side of the mountain. There we go. So something just kind of like this. The lava will be on top of this. And if you could see the observer. The observer is flashing like crazy. Because they're all just detecting each other, essentially. And that's just gonna cause the fire to spread a little faster. There we go. That one. And I guess we have to remove these. That one. And that one. Alright, friends. So we are coming to the end of building the outside of the Tesseract. We've got our dispensers here, which are going to be dispensing the water very rapidly. In order to turn the portals off, and the little things up at the top are going to be turning it on just as fast as this will turn it off. So they'll be flickering whenever we activate the 4th dimension of the Tesseract. And I've got oop, I didn't mean to fall. That's okay. I've got all of this dug out because this layer is actually going to hold some of the redstone to turn on and off the water dispensers. Alright, we've got to turn these on by placing that there. And it turns the portal on pretty much right away. I've got 4 of these. This portal should turn on too. Hello? Uh-oh. From everything I can think of, everything should be working just fine. That portal's working fine. Why isn't this one? So I think I figured it out. I got that one over there to work by placing blocks over the top of where the trapdoors are. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. So now the only one that's not lit is that portal, and that's because we have a couple blocks in the way in order to get back over to this side and fill in the rest of the glass. And then we'll hook up the dispensers to trigger the water. And then we'll be done with this whole thing. This has been quite the project. All right, friends, so I got some good news and some bad news. Good news is I finished the top. We've got all the tinted glass up top, so any spawning pads that aren't getting light level 7 or higher, I think, will start spawning some mobs. They may start falling down here, although I'm just realizing that I completely forgot to put in the trapdoors. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, so we've got to do that before we completely close it up. But now the bad news is I don't have... Hey, look at that. There's a spider. Hey, look at that. There's a couple of zombies that are making their way down the funnel. He's going to get pushed, and he goes down. And he's going to get pushed, and he's going to go down. Perfect. So, we don't have enough of the amethyst shards to finish up the tinted class. This episode, I'm kind of running out of time to record for this episode, so we'll finish that up in the next one. I'll do a little bit of AFKing over at the geode so we can have plenty of amethyst. But we should be able to put in the trapdoors and then remove the blocks there so that this portal can light, and hook up the redstone so that we can activate it, deactivate it, and grind them up. The only last thing for the grinder that I still need to get is the trident, of course. That has eluded me up until now. Well, it still does, actually. But we'll give it a shot. We'll try to find one before we finish it out. But that might be something else that we do next time as well. Let's keep working. Let's put in those trapdoors. How we're going to have this work is we're going to have a block there with a torch on it, and a block there with a torch on it, and then another block below right there. We'll put torches on all of these in just a moment. Let me just finish up this other side. Block, dump the water, and dump the water. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is on the other side of this lever, we're going to put a hopper clock, and then that hopper clock is going to send a redstone signal all the way up using a torch tower. When it's powered, the grinder is turned off, and the hopper clock will be turned off. When it's not powered is when it will send signals. Right here's where we can put the hopper clock. It'll go back and forth, and then we'll have a comparator out the back, and then an observer, and that's important because that will multiply the signal so that we always get an even amount of pulses. Whenever the observer detects the comparator turning on or off, it will send a pulse. when this is turned off, you see that's gonna pulse. See, every time the comparator turns on or off, we get one pulse out of the observer all the way over here into a block with a torch, block. Repeater here. It'll pull that signal into there. So now, let's see if it works. Pull the lever, Crunk. Guys, it works. Let me just take care of something here. I'm gonna put that there. And any more? You can come too. Holy. Wow. Oh, is it still on up there? Oh, I was worried about that. I wonder if it's not sending the double pulses like I need it to. Oh no, you know what it is? The comparator never turned off because it got filled up. This got filled up with junk. There we go. Okay, so it turned off. And so did the portals. Perfect. All right, so just for having that on for, what was it, like 30 seconds? We got a full stack of golden nuggets, partially smelted by the golden swords. And we got about 30 gold ingots as well. About half the ones here are gold ingots that were already smelted. I just picked them up. And what, like almost 10 levels, I think? That was insane. So I want to do one more test, just because I want to see the portals firing on and off. Just want to make sure they're doing what they should be, which I'm pretty sure they are, because it looks like this is working. I was just a little concerned because as it was going, the redstone itself wasn't flickering, but I think the right amount of signals were getting through and going all the way up. I did see some lighting updates on like the block I was holding and stuff like that, even though the light in there didn't really change too much. But we're going to do one more test here. We're going to block them off this time. Play it smart. And flick it. All right, so that's what it looks like. And we are getting some lag, some pretty heavy lag here because of all the zombie pigmen that are coming down. All right, test was a success. We are just going to run away from that though. We're going to make them all just despawn by running 100 blocks in this direction. Or 200. I think that's far enough. Perfect, they're all gone. Ooh, man, is that scary. All right, so I think that's all I have time for this episode. Next time we will we'll get the trident in here, and we'll get the storage going. Do I have anything? I don't have anything in there. Well, yeah, we'll automate the storage so that we have all the gold coming over to here and getting filtered. And then we'll close up the mob farm with just all the tinted glass. And then I think after that, the Tesseract will be complete. Thanks for watching this one, guys. I'm excited for the next episode. Come back next week for more. See ya.